Investigators say Richard Gore damaged his GPS tracking device, kidnapped a woman from a home in Little River, South Carolina by gunpoint, and raped and assaulted her at his home in Ash. Cummings says her neighbor had no right to shoot her dog. The Creekwood community is still swarming with law enforcement officers after a sheriff's deputy was shot while patrolling the area. This 2-year-old bald eagle was found in a parking lot with lead poisoning, unable to fly. The traffic, there isn't a whole lot on Market Street right now, just a few stray cars and some snowplows, but guys, it's really dangerous conditions out there. The snow's not falling right now, but don't let that fool you. There is snow covering the ground. Despite that, Cheatham says Chief Evangelist is doing a great job managing the department and says crime rates prove it. Now, if you're interested in adopting one of these adorable German Shepherds, all you have to do is contact the Brunswick County Animal Protective Services. It is a sea full of hairnets and high hopes here at Wilmington Christian Academy as students work hard to feed the hungry. We asked the sheriff if we could go inside the jail and see the conditions for ourselves, but he declined for security reasons, saying inmates could throw things at me. We're hearing now from a lot of people around here that there was an explosion of some sorts. Now I'm just going to step out of the way so you guys can take a look.
I'm tired of hearing about the sleep studies. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So if I hear about another sleep study, you don't want to say that around me.
Last week, Catherine Cook was one of 3 Brunswick County School Board members to vote to switch schedules again this fall, returning the district to traditional start times. A day later, she went off during a Parent Advisory Council meeting.
The people want a traditional time. We're going to do traditional time.
But Cook admits she and other board members did not fully understand the reversal would cost the school system more than $1.7 million in the first year alone and could cost 60 full-time bus drivers their jobs.
We did not have the full picture of what the ramifications were going to be for the, for the bus drivers and for any other workers that were involved with the transportation.
But money was not the only target of her wrath. Cook last week also fired off at parents complaining about dealing with changing schedules. She even took a shot at the district's free lunch and breakfast program for needy kids.
We got free breakfast for everybody in the world. Am I going to be able to go to school and say, can I have free breakfast too? How many things are, we're just going to give everybody everything. Why don't we just let them sleep here at the school too? We can feed them, educate them, give them dinner, let them sleep here. Just live at the school.
Tuesday, Cook tempered her perspective.
If they qualify for it, that's fine, but it's just gotten to be where we give everybody everything, and it's everything on a silver platter.
In Brunswick County, Alyssa Rosenberg, WWAY News Channel 3.
All we knew we was going, and all at one time the boat just quit. We hit a sandbar, and everybody went back and said forwards.
Eddie Almond rides the ferry almost every day, but Tuesday his trip turned out much different than ones before.
I was at the back about 2 feet for the bathroom, and I was holding on to the rail, and whenever it locked up, I went back this way and hit the door.
He says people were yelling for help, and some passengers were bleeding. Those who could help rushed to the hurt while they waited for more help to arrive.
Everybody stayed calm and came together and helped out the injured until the Coast Guard got there.
Everybody was just checking on everybody, basically. Everybody's like, are you all right?
Witnesses say injured passengers were evacuated first and taken to the hospital. The remaining ones were evacuated to Deep Point Marina. Commander Center Chief for Sector North Carolina, Lieutenant Lane Monroe, says for future passengers, there is nothing to worry about.
There is really no indication that there's a risk to mariners or risk to passengers that's above normal.
And Almond says this crash will not keep him from riding the ferry.
No, not really.
Okay, good dog, good boy, good.
While deployed in Afghanistan, U.S. Marine David Nilsson trained dogs to detect IEDs. Over time, he developed a close relationship with a black lab named Sonny.
Me and Sonny's bond, I mean, it was awesome. I think with first time I met him to the last time I saw him before I left Afghanistan, it was just something I felt was pretty cool.
After 4 months, Nilsson returned home from duty, but he did not forget about his best friend overseas. Nilsson learned Sonny would soon retire, so instead of having him put up for adoption, he decided to keep him as his family dog. Nilsson filled out the necessary paperwork and hoped for the best.
My chances were slim to none. Luckily, 2.5 weeks ago, I got the call, I got the email saying, hey, I get congratulations, we're gonna get to fill some paperwork out here and there, and he'll be yours to pick up whenever.
Now the two, along with Nilsson's 4-year-old son, live happily in Ogden.
Ready? Okay. Heel. Sit. Stay.
And Nilsson says Sonny has already confirmed there are no IEDs in his backyard.
He walked around and I didn't have to really give him any commands. I just needed to hear two and walked around and perimeter check and and he's always searching, nose to the ground, and looking for anything and everything.
And even though Sonny is 8 years old, Nilsson says it's still puppy love.
I do love the boy, and I think hopefully he loves me.
In New Hanover County, Alyssa Rosenberg, WWAY News Channel 3. Now on WWAY at 6, the Brunswick County Schools Superintendent resigns right after his yearly evaluation is complete. Thanks for joining us tonight for your news at 6. I'm Alyssa Rosenberg.
And I'm Daniel Siemens. Mackenzie Henderson has the night off. Brunswick County School Superintendent, he says the coming school year will be his last. Dr.
Edward Pruden told the school board about his decision last night. This announcement came right after Pruden's annual evaluation. WWAY's Hannah Patrick has more in the lead at 6. According to the testing done by the Waterkeeper Alliance, there are at least 5 different metals going into the river. It's not permitted or allowed, but it's happening all the time. It's first as we cover the Carolinas. A man wanted along with 2 of his brothers for allegedly trying to kill a man last month has turned himself in. The officer who shot Thomas is on administrative leave. We haven't been able to get any further comments from the agencies involved. You know, I gotta tell you, I've lived here for about 5 years, and today I tried my first Brits donut, and let me tell you, the hype is real. They are very good. Bad for your stomach, maybe, bad for the thighs, but delicious nonetheless. Yeah. I told you I wanted some warmer weather last week when it was so cold, and now I think you're finally listening to me, so I appreciate that.
Put your order in and we deliver.
I did.
If it were only that simple.
I know.